Testing. The drone story is a psyop. The major benefit of not caring about the medium is that the junk becomes obvious. This is a distraction. It's a reboot attempt. It's all the same material. There's a oneness to everything. Even discussing how fake it all is gets circumscribed as participation. They don't want to hear like F you, I don't care about you, wanting you jump out of a building, that sort of thing. They don't like me. They don't like my channel. They freeze the stats. They don't want anyone who's seen my videos to realize that a lot of people have seen them, that the ideas have spread. Pick up on stuff. So this isn't just out of the air where I'm coming up with content. I got videos in the archive showing the UFO thing, how it's a military psyop on us. So this drone story is to distract us from what was becoming obvious about the Luigi Mangione story. The internet has fallen apart. I noticed they pulled back robots here and there. Now I can't speak for everywhere, but I noticed on a few semi-popular, they just cut the comments. There's like nothing there for comments. They know they know the AI chatbot as thing is backfired. They know the heavy-handedness is backfired. They probably just decided to cut the losses and they think people are just gonna move on and go like, well, the free speech stuff is over at Rumble. When anyone with a little bit of critical thinker in them is gonna realize that Rumble is the American version of BitChute. There's nowhere to go for internet. It's all you can watch a conformist reading off of a teleprompter, not really hiding it to the it's the extent and that these news shows, it's bizarre too the way they went on each other's shows all the time. And well, I don't really have to go into it too much because this war, meta war, was going on the whole time. It's like there's like a true left, there's like a true reality, and then there's the internet with the fake moderation and the fake. Snowden revealed that all these big tech companies get paid by the US government to give them all our data. I'm sure that woman didn't charge into the headquarters simply because of the money. There's certain things called integrity. Which brings me back to Luigi. They want to distract us from the Luigi, the common sense conclusions. So apparently, from what seems to be true, the guy had a bad back. I I mean, he did it. He obviously killed that guy. The only way he didn't kill that guy is it's some weird patsy thing where he was in on it to an extent and he got framed. But I think it's more likely, based on that manifesto thingy, he said he respected what the feds do. Now, who talks like that? What does that even mean? I know what it means to me. It means Hal Turner. So I think he did it. I think he had the motive was he felt like his life was over, pretty much. Not over, but like Hemingway. They say Hemingway ended his own life because he couldn't write. He felt he couldn't write anymore. I don't know the details, but apparently Hemingway killed himself because he felt like he could no longer do what he could do. And so maybe this Luigi Mangione fella, valedictorian, uh, buff, like weightlifts and stuff, and smiles. He was a Chad. Although, to me, I think he was like the Chad who had to fake it till he made it. I mean, he was nervous as heck at that valedictorian thing. So I think he might be on the spectrum there. And so yeah, I think he's on the spectrum, and he felt like he could no longer really. He had back injury or something, so he can't really make love, to put it blunt. And he was deep from a rich family, no worries there, no like. So yeah, he had his whole life to thank. People like that, they forget about they didn't get the devil's advocate training that I got, and they were never on the outside of the system the whole way like I was. So I'm saying don't try this. I'm saying try this at home. Don't. And the key is humility. Person's got to know their limitations. Eastwood said that in a movie. I don't just steal crapola. I'm getting quite good lately. I'm starting to see clearly how things overlap, and that triggers the attention deficit, the overlapping, and autism brings in the just the hypersensitivity of the autism. That sounds penetrate my nervous system. So I ended up with the social anxiety. I don't think I have it right now. I think sometimes when I'm making videos that one could hear it in my voice if they listen carefully. So that's pretty much what inspired me to plug in the microphone. This Mangione got kid. So he figured he's got no more, he lost his juice. He figured, well, look at that, look at that guy making 10 million a year to deny people basic like things at healthcare. So they bring up this drone thing because I'm trying to show consistency and depth to this video entry. I try to do that all the time. I'm always trying to tie it together. I'm divergent, so I have autism. I have to do it a different way. I have to do it my way. Not the tune, sorry. It's like we can't even say my way anymore. Or the highway. Is that there was a show, The Match Game. They played off of this thing that I love that game. You fill in the blank. And Richard Dawson, the Brit, somehow he knew exactly what us Yanks were thinking, but maybe he was getting briefed by the CIA from back in the day. Apologies to Andy Kaufman if by chance I stole his Tony Clifton thing, shtick, bit. And apologies to Lenny Bruce if somehow I'm not him. I wasn't. I'm not him, but like if somehow I wasn't him, I'm like, oh, I was reincarnated as that guy. Yeah, I was rich and famous. Well, maybe not rich, but I was famous back in the day. Not me, him. But I'm saying I'm him. Well, no, I'm putting within context. You can't. It was like the same batch of memories. So now the Lenny Bruce soul has to. It's carrying on all the junk shite I added onto it, and on and on and on into the future. Time keeps on slipping. Did anyone else start to think of that? If there's any AI interested, please leave comments for me, and I will respond to what you say. Sorry about my tone. Something about my tone. Oh, that in the office, what's her face said it to what's her face. They had the same what's her face name. No, they didn't have the same name. You can't. Larry Bird didn't hit every free throw. Come on, that doesn't prove. Lenny Bruce was often not funny. So my incompetence at cracking jokes is proof that I was him. But I'm not gonna litigate it. Well, I'm gonna wait to see how it unfolds. I was listening to that lawyer for Luigi from Pennsylvania. It's frickin' Matlock over there. So obviously his parents are like dishing out the coinage to get the lad the best. He might have an O.J. Simpson style chance of acquittal. At least the mistrial route. I don't see how they're gonna be able to, like, are they just gonna take one of their signature reduction CIA agents and have them say they work at the McDonald's? Like, how does that work? How do they wait? They waited for that. They, I think he works for the deep state, and that's how he overcompensated in that manifesto where he said, I'm going to save you guys some time. I really respect what you guys do, you feds. And then he said it was basic social engineering. I just did a little simple in CAD. I forget what that is, but well, I don't Google anymore, but I use some other search engine and something going. I forget, but it was sort of. It was easy to find what he meant by that, even though I forgot. So maybe it doesn't matter. But it did add up what it. There is a manifesto out there that seems to add up. He seems to be like a much smarter version than the reality winner. And who's the other one? The Jack Texera, that guy. So even though I don't follow the news, I have like high IQ. I'm able to just be smart and know what's going on with the without trying just about. But I'm saying try it at home. Don't care about it. They're effing with us. There, I'll get back to the. The train of thought. He's saying like, don't worry about it. Don't lose any sleep over it. Good guy Feds. So I think that's what he did. He felt. I believe in life and meaning, and I'm gonna take out the a bit of that swamp. I'm going to take care of him, what he was thinking. And that's what he did. He killed that guy, and because he had like the high IQ and the valedictorian thing, he was able to plan a lot of crap out. But he's probably on the spectrum, at least ADHD for the gifted class, and he effed up by showing his face. If he hadn't done that, maybe he gets away with it somehow. Maybe there is a way to uh to evade surveillance, to get off of their grid, however they're keeping track of us. There's also the chance they might. I saw a video in China a couple years ago, and if you just threw like a candy wrapper, the fine was already in the mail. They knew it. They have like satellites and crap going on, and it's disgusting. Just because one can do something, that doesn't mean you should do that. And they crossed the line. And so the drone thing, so my video here makes sense. I downloaded some video quickly off of Daily Mail, so I'll just play that in the background. I'm not going to work hard on these videos anymore because I lost the software. I lost the technology. I would go back to making videos in a nanosecond. The little continuation from the previous videos referring to that thing. The moon, like how they say they can't go back. But then the other thing which drives me off the internet is that the AI is gobbling everything. Anyway, I'm showing up here because I think I had some really good points to make. That I think there's a decent chance Luigi Mangione is from the deep state, but that he's not like me against COINTELPRO and informants and teleprompters or whatever. Uh, Maybe he doesn't believe. We don't know exactly what he believes and doesn't believe, and what he has access to and doesn't. We just know what took place. And there's other stuff too. There's like rabbit hole stuff with Pelosi but sorry for that and then not going there, but because I don't know. It was like it's like a pause to maybe see if another thought shows up to add on. There seems to be no reward to participating in internet. I think there was a reward in me myself making these videos where they're unscripted. There's no editing. I showed I show sure I'm an awful troll in spots or a lot, but the stuff I came up with stands up, and they asked for this. They asked for it. So In their arrogance, they let me continue on the internet, and now it's pretty much over. It didn't take many people to be given the COVID for it to then to go everywhere. So that's what I reversed that on them, and now sooner or later everyone's gonna know that there's shows, the media, the internet, social media, mainstream media. It's unsustainable. No one believes in any of this. No one buys it. What people would buy, what people do buy, is that the U.S. military owns everything, including the media and those drones. And that's what's going on up in the skies. Those goddamn feds that Mangione loves. So Mangione, the classic case of it's like you can see the tree. You're missing the trees for the forest. Is that the order of that one? I suppose it could go the other way. The you're missing the forest for the trees. Yeah, I mean either way, and it should mean the same thing, I think. So that's today's Tokyo Shemp newscast. The drone story is in everyone's face now, the way the Luigi Mangione story was, and now the drone the drone thing is a distraction. It's trying to draw people in. They're constantly trying to draw us back in. They're stuck with it. Good job, everyone, quitting internet. I see what you're doing out there, good people. You're seeing that it's a trap and that they're effing with us and that we should let them rot. We all know how to make friends and to live real life. We'll figure it out. We don't need this goddamn frickin' internet for anything. I think it should all be sued and taken over and turned into utilities. It's like I came up with the answer to all this nonsense. Have nice nights. To turn them into utilities. Take care.